challenge you. Cause it
Alright, you guys, we're going to do a little reading, see what comes out. And here, stay free, be free. Learning yourself all over again. Somebody may be stagnant right now. You may be in limbo. You may be trying to figure some things out. You may be taking time out to figure things out right now. Yeah, Ace of Swords is coming out, and the Page of Cups actually in reverse. So there, I feel like you're putting yourself in stagnant mode, or you're withdrawing yourself from certain energy so you can figure out some things, so that way you can spread some things, if that makes sense. Somebody needs to spread some things. Somebody needs to let go and really open their mind more, and to do that you need to let go of the stagnant energies that are around you, because the stagnant energies that are around you, they're actually keeping you still. I'm actually seeing molded bread. So somebody's maybe trying to make you bad, if that makes sense, because when you get molded bread, you got bad bread. That shit stinks. It don't taste good. I'm just saying. Somebody is trying to make you moldy. Somebody is trying to get you in a place where you're going to totally shut down, and it's going to be like game over, and you're not going to have any more rebirths. You're not going to have any more extra lives, if that makes sense. So I feel like somebody is withdrawing their energy from everybody around them, so that way they can grow, and that way they can learn, and that way they can understand more about the power within inside of them. Somebody may be scared of their power, if that makes sense. Somebody may not be opening up truly and fully because of what has happened in the past with their energy, if that makes sense. That may also be putting you on the back row within inside of yourself to figure out how you can harness this power and use it in the right way, is what I'm hearing. You got I heard the Age of Cups. Take that as you will. The Age of Cups, the Age of Love, the Age of Eternity, the Age of Truth. I'm also hearing the Age of Darkness as well. It's going to be really dark here on Earth. Things are going to be changing in the Earth very, very fast. I heard very, very, but I heard really, really as well. So things are going to start forward focusing. I'm hearing forward focusing. I'm also hearing forward focus. Somebody may drive a Ford Focus as well. You may be going through a lot of heartbreak. You may be going through a lot of tears right now. But you are a shining example of your tears, if that makes sense. Your tears are going. I also heard teal. So you may have teal hair. You may have, as I say, that the High Priestess is coming out. You may have teal in your hair. You may have, your tears is what's going to break that weakness within inside of you, if that makes sense. Your tears and your fears are going to be letting go, because you're breaking the weakest link within inside of yourself, if that makes sense. You're taking a step back to realize that the things that you've been through, the things that you've understood, the things that you've accomplished, the things that you've seen, the things that you've shared, that's actually breaking you away from the weakest link. It's breaking you away from all the devastation. It's breaking you away from all the harm. I hear synchronicity. Somebody needs to pay more attention to their signs around them. You're not paying attention. You're traveling with a load on your back, and you don't even realize. I kind of seeing like the Hunchback of Notre Dame here. So you're carrying a heavy load, and you don't even realize you're carrying a heavy load, because you think you got this. You think that everything that you're doing is the right way of doing things, and I feel like something is going to blow up in your face because you're doing the opposite of what your guides. I feel like you got little whispers in your head that don't do it that way. Don't spread your energy that way. Do not spread your energy lightly like that, is what I'm hearing. But you're not paying attention. You're doing it anyways. Ace of Cups is here. You may be doing love spells. You may be trying to get love to come towards you. But I feel like you're gaining a lot of wisdom and a lot of clarity right now. You're being a leader within inside of yourself by taking a step back, by by nourishing yourself, by gaining wisdom, by gaining truth, by gaining loyalty within inside of yourself. I feel like you're becoming one within inside of yourself, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's why you're bringing your energies back, if that makes sense. You're not allowing your energy to become more chaotic than it already is, and you know that you have to bring your energy back from everybody else to allow you to fully transform into the high priestess, if that makes sense. It's kind of like you are the wise men. You are a wise man. You are a wise woman. Your ancient hairs are growing old is what I'm hearing. Yeah, see, there's endings happening right now. And it's endings because you're really paying attention and going with inside and self-reflecting on who you are and what it is that you've done and what it is that you've called into your energy. And that's why you're kind of like in this stuck mode. I feel like somebody's in a stuck mode right now. And I know I haven't been live that much. I know I haven't been doing what it is that I need to be doing, but I have been called to sit back, to transform my energy, to rebirth, to re-examine myself. So a lot of you guys are moving in that spiritual path of re-examining yourself, so that way you can break free from the madness, if that makes sense. Somebody's been around a lot of madness. Somebody's been around a lot of pain. Somebody's been around a lot of hurt, and you're ending that cycle of yourself. You're letting go. It's been judged. It's been judged. The angels is called in. The angels is here. They're here to guide you. They're here to help you. But you need to take a step back and allow shit to end, because you're receiving so many downloads at this moment, because you're receiving so much. I feel like somebody's receiving confidence. I feel like you're receiving confidence and truth in who you are. And I feel like, and I'm just going to let y'all know, this is my sacred space. This is my channel. If you send harm, it will be sent back to you 10 times fold. I do not cause harm, but I will send that shit back to you. You can have the energy. Brandy don't want it. All right. So with that being said, there's endings happening here, and I feel like you're gaining the wisdom. But if you don't listen to this wisdom and you don't listen to your guides are your teachers. Yes, you can read many books and gain access to information from them books, but your guides are your true teacher. Yourself is your true teacher. No book, no other author can tell you what is going on in your life besides yourself. And I feel like this kind of looks like an old key here. I feel like with this wisdom and with these downloads, you're unlocking a particle of yourself that you never knew existed, and now you're spreading your wings and you're flying with it, if that makes sense. You're really taking off with what it is that you've learned, what it is that you've stepped into, if that makes sense. I feel like you've stepped into the unknown and you're taking off with it. Yeah, see, loss is coming out in reverse, and right behind that is chariot. You're moving away from loss. You're moving away from pain. You're moving away from somebody around you is going to be moving away from structure, but you're holding your peace. You're holding the light within inside of you. So I feel like God wants to show an example for you, if that makes sense, out of you, if that makes sense. God is going to show the world what light is going to bring to you if you decide to travel that way, if that makes sense. Somebody's just going to go through a lot of sadness because of how they're penetrating their energy, if that makes sense. Take that as you will. Somebody's been to go through a lot of pain. I feel like somebody's world is about to get torn apart. I see the tower moment here, right here on the top of this 5 cups. It's like you're not bringing balance to the table. You got balance all the way around you, except for within inside of yourself. You only got 1 cup in there. You need both sides filled. You need that masculine and that feminine filled within inside of yourself. And on the outside, everything looks like it's filled, but in the inside, nothing's filled up. It's like you don't know how to balance out your curiosity, if that makes sense. You're overflowing with curiosity, and you're just like, yeah, 10 of Wands. You're holding a lot of responsibility because you're overflowing with curiosity. Well, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I do the energy this way, what is it going to bring back to me? If I do this spell on this person, what am I going to get in return? You're very curious about energy, about spells, about recreation. I hear reincarnation as well. Take that as you will. You may be studying reincarnation. You may even study death, or like, I know there's many books about what happens after death. You may be actually studying about what happens after death. That may be, I know that's a little weird to me, but you may be studying, or you may even get flashes of light. I'm hearing flashes of light as well. You may have had a near-death experience as well. You may be able to tell people what happens after death, if that makes sense. I did die. I remember dying. I remember seeing the flash of light, but I also remember, I think it was my daddy. I don't remember who it was. My daddy was dead whenever this happened to me, but they told me to go back to my body. I remember that. So you may be remembering certain certain different dimensions, and I feel like you're going to start talking about these different dimensions, and that's going to help. I hear moldavite. Somebody may be needing some moldavite, but I do hear recreating your energy. So you're going to be taking a step back and recreating your energy because of the burdens that you have to release, because of the responsibilities that you have to release. Somebody has to release a lot of responsibilities within inside of themselves, if that makes sense, to wash away the sadness. Somebody needs to wash away the sadness and wash away the loss. Yes, you're moving away from the loss, but you're still sad about things. So somebody needs to cleanse the sadness out of them. And I feel like to do that, you have to release certain responsibilities that you're hanging on to, if that makes sense. This could be children, this could be a lover, this could be a work situation. But somebody is very sad, and you're going to continue staying sad until you allow yourself to release these responsibilities, to release these bondages that you have attached yourself to because of human programming, is what I'm hearing. Human programming plays a part of this, and you're going to be seeing this. This is going to be shown to you. This is going to help you complete this hard cycle that you've been through, full of harm, full of heart, full of pain, full of fear, I'm hearing full of justice. You're getting justice to help fill your soul. Somebody's receiving a lot of justice to help fill their soul, if that makes sense. And I do feel like you're going to be receiving visions, whether it be while you during the day you get visions. I know during the day I get certain visions, whether it be at night when you're asleep. No matter where it is, you're going to be receiving a lot of truth, and you need to harness that truth energy as you're receiving it, because these downloads are very important right now, and they are going to help you restructure your path. Right now, I feel I'm actually seeing a DNA coding a human body, and like the DNA symbol, just recoding them up, if that makes sense, helping you move towards your new path that is being opened for you. But I feel like somebody's trying to stop that new path for you, but I feel like they're being scooted out the way, if that makes sense. Yeah. King of Cups coming in. Understanding is coming in. You're going to be understanding these activations. You're going to be understanding these codings more. But you may have anxiety around it. You may have fear around it. But I feel like it's to help build the love back in your life. It's to help build the laughter. Somebody hasn't seen love and laughter in so long. They haven't been happy in so many years. And I feel like that is being recreated for you. But you do need to take a step back to recreate yourself, if that makes sense. You have let your energy get way out there. Does that make sense? You have let your energy do all kinds of different things without knowing the consequences of it. And I feel like those consequences are coming back to make you look and self-reflect. I hear reflect. Self-reflect on what it is that you have done to others, if that makes sense. Take that as you will. Not everybody is going to be going through that situation, but certain people are going to be going through that situation. But I do feel like you're going to get an understanding of why you're having to move away from the responsibilities that you thought was yours, if that makes sense. I feel like somebody thought that you was responsible for this. This was your path. This was your dream, is what I'm hearing. But I feel like you're being pointed in a different direction, but you're going to understand why you've got to walk away, why you've got to turn away. I'm hearing turning the other cheek as well. So I feel like you're going to be understanding why you're going to be turning the other cheek to what you thought was right, if that makes sense, because I feel like a whole new door is being examined for you to be walking through, if that makes sense. It's kind of like it's kind of like there's two doors. You know how like in the old days there used to be the top door, that way you could leave the bottom door closed, the babies couldn't get out, and you could still get the breeze in from the top door. It's kind of like the door's halfway open. You just need to stand there and look outside the door and see the possibilities that are coming in towards you before you actually take that leap of faith. And again, that comes back into being in limbo, being stagnant, I'm hearing laying low, laying back, so that way you can restructure yourself, so that way you can move in divine timing, is what I'm hearing. So you are releasing a lot of responsibilities right now, and I feel like it's a good thing. And it may be emotionally hard for you, you may be shedding tears, but it's going to bring you happiness. It's finally going to turn that wheel for you. You've got to make the decision. Are you going to be staying stuck in the same cycle that you've been in over and over again? Are you going to allow yourself to finally have happiness? Are you going to walk away from it all and treat yourself to something that you're meant for, is what I'm hearing. It's kind of like this is okay, so it's like I'm seeing your palm here, and somebody's like in their palm in the long line, your lifeline. It kind of like she goes up and it breaks two different ways, and you just kind of like you're in a major decision in your life, if that makes sense. It's like you are at this break off in that lifeline of your hand, if that makes sense. You've got to decide which path you're going down. Yes, we are destined to do great things here on earth, but if you cannot fulfill that, God will send you in a different direction. So it's kind of like you're at a fork in a road right now, and you're needing to decide which direction you're going to take. Which path are you going to follow? Are you going to step into the mode that you were meant to step into, or are you going to step into the programming that humans have programmed you to, if that makes sense? So you do have a huge decision that is coming up for you, but I feel like you need to take it slow and examine yourself as you're making this decision, if that makes sense. Is this the right thing to do? Yeah, see, the Queen of Ocean is here. The Ace of Cups is here. And the Ten of Pentacles is here. I'm just saying, you can't get any better than that. A lot of abundance is coming in because you've decided to sit there and look out the window instead of opening the door and fully walking through it, if that makes sense. You're standing there, you're making plans, you're being creative about your plans, and you're understanding your plans as you move forward, as Source points you in a different direction. Yes, it can be very hard to let go of responsibilities that you have been attached to, say, 20 years. I'm just saying. You may be ending a very important 20-year cycle, so that way you can bring in the abundance and you can get that nuclear shelter that you're going to need in the future, if that makes sense. So I do feel like you're recreating your own path, and it is a very hard decision. I do feel like this is a very hard decision to make, but you're going to have to choose wisely. I am hearing choose wisely, because once you make this decision, it is going to finally make you feel whole again, is what I'm hearing. You're going to feel whole again. You're not going to feel like you're missing the other half of you. You're not going to feel like you've tried so hard, but every time you've turned around, you still feel like you're missing something. This could be somebody coming in as well. I feel like somebody's coming in, especially with the Ace of Cups here and the Queen of the Ocean. This is actually the Empress Cup. I feel like somebody's coming in, but there's also the Ten of Pentacles here as well. So somebody is fixing to have a financial breakthrough, and it is going to make you emotionally happy. It's going to give you that trust and that. The features, I'm hearing features, kind of like, the debut, the presentation. Look, the King of the Ocean just popped out, and the Death card. Transformation of the King and the Queen of the Ocean are stepping up. Their ship's done wrecked, you see? They was on that ship. They may have been going in different directions, but that ship fucking done sank to the bottom of the fucking ocean, and now they transformed back into who they truly are. And I do feel like they're coming together because they know they've gained a lot of wisdom. They've been through a lot of growth. They've been through a huge transformation. Yeah, they've been through the devil. They've been through the temptation. They've been taken. See, their boat crashed, and what are they called? The cyclones underneath the waters? I don't know what they're called. Riptides, whatever they're called. Them motherfuckers done fucking sucked their asses up and made them transform. You know what I'm saying? The water has made you transform, made you be the brightest thing that you could possibly be, if that makes sense. So, Five of Pentacles here. Somebody may have left you out in the cold. You guys may have been looking away from each other. You may be in separation right now. But I feel like you're coming back together because the riptide was so strong that you couldn't handle the riptide anymore. You couldn't handle the loss of those feelings that you've had. What else do they need to know? That card's trying to, recovery. Somebody may be, devil is addiction here. It may be an ending to an addiction here. Somebody may be a drug addict, an alcoholic or something. They may need to go through recovery. And look, the King of the Ocean is actually looking at the recovery sign, and the Queen of the Ocean is looking at her diamond. The King of the Ocean is not looking at the diamond. He's looking at the recovery. So this king that's coming in, for all you queens, if you're a king, you need to turn your head away from the addictions and put your sight on the diamond. I feel like the King of the Ocean here, I feel like they need to put their eye more on the prize, if that makes sense, because I do feel like the Queen of the Ocean here, she already got her eye on the prize. She knows whenever this King of the Ocean comes in, they're going to need help. They're going to need help with recovery. They're going to need help with addictions. They're going to need help getting through some things. And she knows because she's already been through it. She's got everything balanced out in her life. The king of the ocean, he isn't looking at he doesn't have his eye on the diamond right now. He has his eye on setting on temptation, addiction. So he may be worried about chasing, I used to call them chasing rainbows, whatever. I don't mean that as to rainbow warriors, but I just used to say, because I am a golden child. So yes, I am a rainbow warrior as well, but I am also a golden child. So I used to walk around telling my ex-karmic, well, I don't know why you chasing rainbows when you got the golden one standing in front of you. So I do feel like they're more worried about what the devil is putting in front of them instead of what God is putting in front of them, if that makes sense. Take that as you will. But I feel like Order is about to be smacking this emperor in the face. Order is about to be like, look, you are the king of the ocean, but if you don't change your ways, I'm going to change your ways for you. If that makes sense. That's what I feel like God's telling them. If you don't change your ways, I'm going to change your ways for you. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles is here. Gratitude. Be thankful for the things that are coming in for you. There's a huge cycle that's ending. There's going to be a lot of anxiety that comes with this, but it is a reunion coming in. There is a reunion coming in. I do feel like they're in third party right now. You do have competition with this king of the ocean here. I do them as female and male. I'm just saying the divine. I don't go by your chart. Because if you got a punani, I'm just saying, because transgenders here, whatever. If a girl comes out, it's a girl. If a man comes out, it's a man. Just saying, your divine masculine is coming in, or your divine feminine is coming in. There is going to be a reunion here. But right now, you need to be in hermit mode. You need to be worried about self-reflection on yourself and recovery for yourself, because everything's about to be moving so fast. It's kind of like you need this rest. Does that make sense? You need the time to yourself right now, because I don't feel like you're going to have time for yourself in a week. You're going to be so busy doing things within the next couple of weeks that you're not going to have time to recuperate and have time for yourself. And I feel like you're actually the kind of person, 2211, as I say that, you're the kind of person that I freeze time. Okay, anyways, it's just something. So I feel like there is going to be, I don't even know where I was. So, newbie, you got the Ace of Cups standing right here. This is how I did it. There's going to be a recovery time. Somebody may have me going camping. You may be taking a trip to the ocean with camping gear. But there is a lot of temptation here. Don't allow the temptation to stop your cycle. This is a new, very important cycle that is coming in. It's going to treat you well. Feel like I can love you better. Somebody feels like they can love you better. They know that you can love them better as well. That's what I just heard from your divine masculine. I can love you. You can love me better than she can. There's a huge reunion coming in. This is going to help you bring in your abundance. This is going to help you restructure your life. Just hang on tight is what I'm hearing. Hang on to your cookies, because right now you don't got the milk and you're going to want to dip them cookies in milk. But that milk is coming is what I'm hearing. You're going to be able to eat it just the way you like. Does that make sense? And as I say, the Eight of Cups is coming out. Change. The Tower moment. See, sudden change is happening. Recognition, baby. Reflection. Hold on. Achievement. Yup. Time to rock and roll, baby. Time to rock and roll. So I'm gonna leave it there, you guys. If you want to end up reading, please PM me, email me, whatever it is you got to do. It says you're in my prayers, and it says yes, I am. So pray right now. Prayers are needed, not for the whole humanity, for Earth, for our water, for our children, for everything around us. Prayers are needed right now, and I feel like you need to resurface that part of you. Whenever I first awakened, you guys, And I grew up in church. I grew up in the Bible Belt. I grew up believing in God. Grew up believing in Jesus Christ. And I still believe in that stuff. But whenever I first awakened, I was like, we were DNA, what is it? We were made. Like, they took different reptiles, snakes, mixed it with their DNA to make us. And I still believe that as well. But I would walk around saying, Jesus isn't real. That's just a play for us to go by. And I don't believe that, because if they did not, because they wanted the witches gone. They were killing all the witches. They were letting go of all the magic. So if they didn't give us certain morals to live by, we wouldn't be able to live the way we were supposed to in that age, if that makes sense. In the age of Pisces, if that makes sense. So the age of Pisces was to see how we kind of like, y'all seen that movie Insurgent? Like, they got to go through these tests to see which community you're going to fit best in, if that makes sense. So I feel like the age of Pisces was a test to see where we were with our gifts, to see where we were with our strength, if that makes sense. But we're kind of like being divided out to where we need to be. 25-50, as I say that, we're being divided out to where we need to be, so that way we can bring change into the world like we're supposed to, if that makes sense. Many of us are here to change the world, to help activate the world, to help activate humans, to help humans change. Many of us are here to do that. Not everybody is here to do that. I mean, we all got different lifelines. We all got different bloodlines. Each and every single one of us have different souls. So not everybody is here to change the earth, and not everybody is here to help change humans. You may be just here to read some tarot cards and tell about love. I'm just saying. You may be here just to go to work at McDonald's every day and work hard, because this last life you was in, you had everything, and you were very bad to the slaves or to the maids that was in the house. So in this life, you may be that person that is meant to just go to work at McDonald's and be treated like a slave yourself. So take that as you will. We all have different lives, and you need to understand that more too as you travel up, if that makes sense, because everybody is awakening, but you're going to have to take what is given to you and be grateful for it, no matter what it is. You take what it is that you're getting and you be grateful for it, because God has always got you back. God is always going to be there for you. He's not going to let you fall. If you're not grateful for the things that he's given to you, though, he might let you fall down and bruise your knees a little bit, but he's going to let you get back up, because you have faith. You believe. So with that being said, believe in yourself, because I feel like you're having a union with inside of yourself. I was going to name this video When Two Become One, but I felt like I needed to change it, because you have to become one before two can become one, if that makes sense. Some of you guys do need to become one with inside of yourself before union can happen to you, before you can open that door of love, before you can have the true love that you've always wanted. You have to be happy and healthy and abundant within inside of yourself before you can invite somebody else into your energy. Because if you're stressed out and you're always angry and you're always snapping and you're always getting mad, why would you want to bring somebody else into that energy? You're not taking the time out to fix that part of your energy. Why would you bring somebody else in to experience that energy for you or with you? It's time for you to fix your own energy and fix yourself and allow yourself to become whole, so that way you can bring that love and that light and that laughter back into your life. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it there, you guys. Peace out, and I will see you guys later.